All right, we're going to zoom in on number 2. All right, Maddie asked for number 2. So what I'd like you to do right now, after you write down number 2 carefully in your journal, all right, we're going to plug in different numbers. We're going to plug in a 1 for A. We're going to plug in a 2 for B. And we're going to plug in a 3 for C. All right? I spelled review wrong? I plugged it. No, you did. Oh, you did. Okay, I'm going to plug it. All right. So, right here we're going to say 3. We're going to open up a parentheses, and what number am I plugging in for A? 1 plus 2 times my B value. What number am I plugging in for B? 2. And that's going to be all over my C. And what am I doing? What am I plugging in for C? 3. So you got to make sure when you do this, all you have to do is literally plug in numbers nice and neat. They're all positive. I don't. Okay, nice. Super positive right there. All right, now. I don't know. We'll see. So right here, we have 1 squared times 3, which gives us a 3. 2 times 2 is simply a 4. And 3 squared is 9. That's right. That's 7 over 9. And that's what you would put in the answer box. Okay. Or the area. Okay. Now, there's another thing called, hey, could you do this in the calculator? I'm like, heck yeah, you can do it in the calculator. Would you like to see how to do it in the calculator?
No, it's decent art.
Plus, hit second plus 712, and just in case somebody's messed up your calculator. Oh my gosh, that was a freak out. I don't like it. Second plus 712. We escaped from that ugly function. That was a torture function. We'll get to those later. All right. So here's what I want you to do. Hit alpha y equals enter. Now you've made your cool little fraction bar. All right. Now, the guy has 3a squared. We're going to type in a 3. We're going to open up the parentheses. What was our number for a? 1. So I put 1. I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to square it. Yeah, there we go. No, I'm just going to square it. All right. Then I'm going to say plus 2 times, what was our b value? 2. Right there. Now I'm done with the numerator, right? Now I'm going to open up parentheses, type in a 3, and I'm going to square it. And basically, can you guys see how all of this right here is exactly what you guys just did on the paper? And you press enter, and you're like, no way! It's 7/9. Oh, it's 7/9. That's awesome. No. To get this fraction bar right here, to get that, where you get that, right? That right there, here's the steps. Hit the alpha button. And then hit y equals. Alright? So the alpha button's green. Alright? And then the y equals just y equals. That will give you, press enter after you do that. Okay? Alright, on to problem number 4, everybody. Problem number 4. Let's go ahead and minimize our problem. Ooh. Absolute value. I like it. Okay. So here we go. This says 3 times the absolute value of the sum of a number in 6 minus a. Now, b we have as a what? -8. And what is a equal to? I can't see it. You guys can see it on your paper. I can't see it.
Yeah.
What is it? 2.5? Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Plug in a 3. Open up an absolute value. For the b value right here, just write in a -8. Now, if you wanted to, you could put that in parentheses, but since there's no number next to it, you don't have to. All right? Plus a 6. Close it. Minus the open absolute value bar of 2.5. That's how you plug in, carefully, that's how you plug in b right here. And that's how you plug in a right there. I realize I didn't mean to do this. Hold on. I didn't mean to. There. Okay. Hold on. Now, we have 3 times the absolute value of what's -8 plus 6? -2 is correct. Minus, what is the absolute value of 2.5? Just 2.5. Now, what is the absolute value of -2? 2. So it's 3 times 2 minus 2.1. And you get 6 minus 2.5. And if you had $6 and you spent $2.50, you would still have $3.50. Okay? Now, somebody asked the question, could you do this in the calculator? My answer is yes, you can. Watch this, people. We're going to go to the calculator right now. We're going to type in a 3. We're going to hit alpha window. Alpha window enter. And look what creates it when you hit alpha window enter. I know. And then what did we type in? We typed in a -8, right? Plus a 6, right arrow, minus alpha window, enter, enter. I meant to say enter, but I totally said it wrong. I said enter, not enter. And then, oh, Maddie got excited. Why'd you get excited?
Because it's right.
Because it's right. Look at that. The calculator like did it for me. By the way, yeah, enter, not enter. That sounds good. You know, it makes me think of indoor. You know, and when I think of indoor, I think of Ewoks. I think of Ewoks. I think of happiness. So right here, how do we get the absolute value bars? What do we do again? It's alpha what?
Window.
Alpha window, and then you press enter. All right, not indoor. Enter. Enter. I know. We have a new word. It's a combination of indoor and entering indoor. What are you doing? All right. Okay. What we're going to do on number 9, and we're actually going to do numbers 9 and 10, because numbers 9 and 10, it's going to actually just ask you to name the property. That's it. So 9 and 10, you don't have to solve anything. You just have to name the property that's being used. Now, 5 over 11 just stays 5 over 11. But if I did 2 times 5 plus 1, that would actually get me 11 over 5. And you see how these are inverses of each other? All right? No. The flipping opposite is the negative reciprocal, which is dealing with perpendicular slope. We are not dealing with perpendicular slope right here. We're dealing with multiplicative inverses of each other. And multiplicative inverses of each other always multiplicative. Watch it, ready? The property that's being used is called the multiplicative inverse. That's how you spell it. That's how you say it. You put that on your picture.
Wait, how do you do that?
Okay. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1 is 11 over 5. So what I'm trying to tell you, Luke, I'm trying to tell you that this guy right here is the same as this guy right here. Which you should be able to see that whenever you have two numbers that multiply together that equal a positive 1, those are called multiplicative inverses of each other. Now, if you wanted to write, if you wrote the inverse property of multiplication, that's okay too. All right? If you say inverse multiplication, that would be right. You don't have to be fancy and say multiplicative or right. You know it's a fun word to say. See? I know. It's like the word salsa. That's just a fun word to say, salsa. All right, so by the way, negative AB plus 0 is negative AB, which means this.
Oh, that's the
That's that's correct. Say it again. That is the additive identity. The additive identity is whenever you take any number and add 0, it's itself. So number 10, the answer is additive. No, silly. Additive identity. It's okay. I'll forgive you just this once. Don't let it happen again. All right, no, the additive identity. Okay? Just remember, any number plus 0 is itself is the additive identity. The multiplicative identity is any number times 1 is itself. Sorry? Number 11. Hold on. No. Number 11, you're going to use the distributive property, but you're not going to write the word distributive property because it says on questions 9 and 10, name the property. On number 11, it asks you to simplify. So if you don't know how to simplify number 11, you bet. By the way, it's called a review. Right now, I'm training you so that when you do the review, you won't make the same mistakes that you do right now. Everybody listen up. This is the last one we're going to do on this video. Okay? I want to make sure you know how to simplify things. You're going to have a problem like this. I'm writing it out for you. Write it down in your journal. This is problem number 11. So Andrew, what do you want to do first? Distribute. So listen, what we're going to do first, everybody, is we're going to take this 1/4, and we're going to take this positive 2, and you're going to distribute those to both terms inside of the parentheses, okay? When I distribute the 4 to the 12b, that becomes 12b over 4, which just becomes 3b. When I multiply the 4th times the -8, that becomes -8 over 4, but that just becomes a -2. When I multiply 2 times 6b, that becomes positive 12b, so I'm just going to bring it down. 2 times 1 is just going to become a 2, so I just bring it down. Then, and only then, you search for things that are alike. Ooh. What do you notice about these like terms right there?
They cancel each other out.
Ah.
You end up with
Is it? 15b is correct. Correctly, he basically took these two guys right here, right there, the horrible arrow, connected back. That's a little better. All right, he took those atoms together and he got a 15b. And by the way, the answer to number 11 on the review, not the test, but on the review, is 15b because everything cancels out. Okay. So now I'm asking you to do something different. I'm not asking you to simplify. I'm actually asking you to do this thing called solve. Okay. Now, whenever you're solving an equation, you got to get all of your variables on one side and all of your numbers on the other side. So, where do you want all of the x's? On the left side or the right? On the right. On the right? What are you talking about? You like them on the right? I like them on the left in this particular case. Because if I put them over there together on the left, I'm left with 2 positive x's. If I subtract 5x from both sides, holy cow, I don't want to get negative x's. Now, if I move all the x's over on the left, that means this positive 2, if I move it across, I have to subtract what? 2 from both sides, and I'm left with a 22. Wait a second, are you telling me we're going to have a problem this easy on an Algebra 2 first 6 weeks exam?
No.
Yes, because it's the first 6
So the
weeks.
answer what?
Yes, the answer, if you divide both sides by 2, your answer is 11. So you would put in the answer box, remember 14, x equals 11.
Except for don't, which is not what I want to do.
Right, don't want to bring. But if you were going to do it, that's what you do.
But don't do it.
But don't do it. Which means on number 13, all you'd have to do is do what? Divide both things by 4. So you have x equals 18 over 4. But wait, both of those are divisible by 2.
No, 1.
9 over 2. But some of you would probably write 4.5 because you don't speak fraction very well. But you do speak decimal fluently. Alright?
Yes, that's mine.
You can't simplify 9 over 2 more. Oh, yes, you can't simplify the calculator for you. Yes, the calculator will simplify it for you. Totally. Alright? I'm telling you. Check this out. Ready? Alpha, y equals, enter. Type in an 18 over a 4, and you press enter, and it's like, ding, 9 over 2. Alright. Next video.